Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, I've been watching a lot of movies lately, and I realized something. I actually enjoy old movies way more than most of the new ones coming out today. And when I say old, I mean films from the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s. Even though I didn't grow up watching them when they first came out, going back and discovering them now has been such a different experience compared to the movies we're getting these days. Don't get me wrong, there are still amazing modern films, but when I stack them up against older ones, the differences are hard to ignore. Originality, storytelling, even the way movies were made, it all feels different. And honestly, the fact that over half the movies we get now are based on existing IPs, whether it's sequels, remakes, or reboots, just makes that difference stand out even more. The first thing that stands out is originality. Think about it. Back in the day, we got movies like The Matrix. Nobody had seen anything like it before. Or Jurassic Park, which didn't just feel like another movie, it felt like an event. Now compare that to today, where it feels like most of what we get is sequels, reboots, and remakes. Disney keeps redoing its classics. Every studio wants a cinematic universe, and superhero films are everywhere. Now don't get me wrong, I love a good superhero movie. The Dark Knight, Avengers, Endgame, Spider-Man, No Way Home, all incredible. But for every one of those, we get 5 others that feel more like a product than a story someone was passionate about. Older films didn't rely on brand recognition. They had to stand on their own, and that's why they still feel fresh years later. The second reason is storytelling. Movies from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s focused so much more on characters. Even big action films had emotional depth. Die Hard wasn't just about explosions. It was about John McClane trying to save his wife. That's why people still talk about it. Or take Good Will Hunting. No crazy CGI, no giant set pieces. Just a heartfelt story with characters you connect with, and it still hits hard today. Modern blockbusters, on the other hand, often put visuals above story. Huge CGI battles, tons of fan service, but sometimes at the cost of character and heart. Of course, we still get exceptions like Dune or Oppenheimer, but those feel rare compared to the endless stream of formula movies. Another thing I love about older films is variety. In the 90s, theaters had something for everyone. You could watch a rom-com like When Harry Met Sally, a thriller like Seven, an action masterpiece like Terminator 2, and a drama like Forrest Gump, all in the same decade. Now, theaters are mostly filled with sequels, superheroes, and big franchise films. Those mid-budget, original movies that used to fill theaters mostly end up on streaming now, if they even get made at all. And then there's the way movies were actually made. Older films leaned heavily on practical effects. The T-Rex in Jurassic Park wasn't just CGI, it was an animatronic, and it still looks incredible today. Or The Thing from the 80s, some of the best practical effects ever put on screen. Nowadays, everything's green screen and CGI. And sure, CGI can look great, but when everything is fake, it starts to lose that weight, that physical presence. Honestly, that's why a lot of older films still look better than some of the new ones. And finally, timelessness. When I watch The Shawshank Redemption or Back to the Future, it doesn't feel like I'm watching an old movie. It feels like I'm watching a story that still matters right now. That's the magic of those films. They don't just belong to the time they were made in. They still connect today. And I'm not sure a lot of the big blockbusters we're getting right now will have that same staying power 20 years down the road. Some will, but a lot won't. So, yeah, that's why I enjoy older movies more than most of the new ones. They took risks, told stronger stories, gave us variety, relied on practical effects, and created timeless experiences. But that's just me. What about you? Do you find yourself going back to older films more, or do you think modern movies still hold up better? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more movie discussions.